Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
All right, we're way on down here in South Central Kentucky in
Tompkinsville.
All right, we're way down here in South Central Kentucky at Monroe County in Tompkinsville at R&S BARBECUE. I started out 3 or 4 months ago. My dad and I did a review in Bowling Green at Smoky Pig Barbecue, and that's what started me out on the quest to find out more about Monroe County BBQ. Got my dad here, special guest today, and we're here at Smoky Pig Barbecue.
You ain't gonna get anything like this in Louisville, I promise you. You got to travel to get some of this Monroe County pork shoulder.
Now, what little I know about Monroe County BBQ is they're known for their shoulder plate, which is a shoulder cut off the pig, and there's more to the story. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I'll tell you more about it. But it's a shoulder steak. Couple things I got to cover before we get into that. My friend Jason Walker here, and of course my dad. It's another coincidence, twice in 1 week. Last week I did the review in Madisonville, Kentucky at Farrell's Burger, and just happened to run into a longtime friend of mine in Madisonville. Here we are a week later. I'm coming to Tompkinsville. Jason calls me on the phone to see what's going on. At that time, we were both halfway to Tompkinsville, going to be here at the same time during lunch. Now, what's the odds of that happening twice in 1 week? I'm definitely buying a Powerball lottery ticket before I leave Tompkinsville today. But anyway, got my dad along, and we're going to go in. Oh, and we're running into a longtime friend of my dad's. Used to work at International Harvester. I'll let my dad talk more about him in a minute. But he was a bluegrass country singer, played the mandolin in a well-known local bluegrass group called the Monroe County Boys. Dad, tell a little bit more about you and your friend.
Well, we worked at International Harvester and Heat Treat Forging Shop, and we become really good friends. And on vacation, we'd shut down in a couple of weeks in summertime, and we came all the way down here to the lake, and Steve and his bluegrass band played on the lake, and I think little Barry came with us, and he was only like 7 or 8 years old.
Yep, I remember it well.
Played right on the water, and that music just reverberated all over the place. It sounded great.
All right, well, Jason, you got anything you want to add yet?
I'm just kind of wigged out by the ironic coincidence.
Yeah, this is beyond lottery mathematics here. For twice in 1 week to be
like
running
divine intervention, really.
Exactly. That's what Kirk said last week, and now it happened again this week.
Yeah,
but all right, we're gonna go in here, start checking this place out, and
Hello everyone, this is Brian, your local.
go in and order and everything. I wanted to show you out back here, just to show you the smoke rolling out of the vents. If you pull up to a barbecue place and you don't see smoke coming out, then you're about ready to get some imitation barbecue. But anyway, you see they got their hickory wood out back here. Smoke's rolling, and I'm about ready to go in and commence to eat. Looks like this dog found a nice place to hang out. Stand in line, you order up at the window up there. Got the menu. Not a whole lot, you know, just a quaint little homey restaurant here. Okay, and here we have the Short Brothers. And I'm sorry, Danny. Steve,
and Charles.
and Steve's the one I told y'all was in the Monroe County Boys Bluegrass group. Played the mandolin, and what singing part did you have? The tenor?
No lead.
He was on the lead.
You was on the lead.
Yeah.
Okay. So did y'all have a high-pitched tenor voice in that group? I always like to listen to those tenors sing at bluegrass.
Hey, I've got about all or
Oh, is that right? Yeah, I do remember, and I remember going out on some big cabin cruiser on Dale Hollow. We were down there.
You were born, what,
66.
66?
Yeah, it was early
What year did the
70s.
harvester close?
83. All right, we'll be back. We're going to order our food and get back with band that used to play around. Yeah. And it showed a segment where his fiddle player, Curly, passed away.
Is this you, Steve?
Yes, me and Monroe. Yeah.
You can't beat that, can you?
And Anita, the owner, let me come back here in the trenches, and I'm going to show y'all what sets the Monroe County BBQ apart. If you see there, they shovel the coals underneath a long open pit grill, and they take, like a lot of places that we're used to in Louisville and Owensboro, they'll barbecue and smoke their meats for several hours. But what they do is they'll smoke it for a couple hours, and then they finish it on this grill. It might take an hour tops. Sir, how long do y'all smoke the meat before you put it on the open pit? You don't?
No, we don't cook her
Okay, so everything is cooked
like this.
right there on the open pit, okay? And you see those, that's what they're known for here in Monroe County, is that shoulder steak right there. And then of course I got all the other stuff, the good chicken, smoked burgers, hot dogs, ribs. And y'all gonna be seeing, I'm gonna be sampling some of that shoulder and ribs here in just a minute. Alrighty, be right back. Alright, we're gonna start here with Jason. He got the daily special, which was, is that a half chicken?
Half chicken,
And two sides.
potato salad, green beans.
I think, is that the shoulder and the, no? Okay. So that's $7.
Yep.
Half a chicken and two sides. Did that come with a drink too?
No,
Oh, okay.
the drink would have been extra. I got water. I should
Okay.
have had milk.
Now y'all ain't gonna get anything like that in Louisville for $7, I promise you. And would you get some of that hot dip?
Yeah,
All right,
I got
I'll-
hot and a mild, and the hot's bringing it. It's
All
got some heat
right.
to it.
I'll tell y'all more about that dip in just a few minutes. Okay, so Jason's already digging in. Tell me about them sides.
Potato salad is solid, very good.
Jason's big into green beans because he's kind of healthy. He eats healthier than me. Everywhere he goes, it's got green beans. He always samples the green beans.
These are top notch. Those flavors have been melding together for a while. You can tell.
Can you turn that chicken piece over for me?
Absolutely.
Let me see what it looks like. There we go. Here, set it down there where I can see the sides with it. There we go. That might end up having to be the thumbnail shot in this deal. All right, be back. Like I said, I'm starting to panic. All right, so here is what Monroe County BBQ is known for. This is the famous shoulder plate, which comes with that thin sliced pork shoulder. Yes, you see there I got 3 nice slices. A pork shoulder, the way they have to cut it, they actually have to cut it frozen, and they'll use a bandsaw and cut all the way through to where they can get the steaks that paper thin. And like I said, this pork shoulder plate was only $10. And I got the potato casserole, or hash brown casserole, and macaroni salad. Of course, everything's homemade. And I got this extra thing of dip. I had them dip the shoulder in this dip twice, and that gives it the heat. And also, Got this extra dip on there, and this stuff is fire. The girl warned me that took my order. She said, "You sure you want it double dipped and then a dip on the side?" I said, "Honey, you can't make it hot enough." I'm not even gonna fool around with a knife and fork. We're just going Viking style today. Oh. This is absolutely over the top wonderful. Smoky pig is the first time I ever had this, as I was saying. That was good. I'm sorry, Smoky Pig, but this has got you. This is the real deal here. Now I know why people come from all over to get Monroe County BBQ. And that dip is spicy. All right. I'm gonna try this potato casserole, hash brown casserole. I can taste the cheese in that, the cheddar, butter, seasoned perfect. And the homemade macaroni salad. This looks different than any macaroni salad I've ever had. Taste the celery, the onion. Might even have some bell pepper in there. Watch this. Got this good white bread. I'm gonna sop up some of that dip. All right. I'm gonna cut away. I want to see what my dad's eating, and then I'm gonna come back and show you my next plate. All right, Dad, what'd you get?
I got the chicken special.
Okay, can you turn that over and let me get a good look at the top of it? Oh, that's the bottom. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice piece of chicken there.
It's a half a
You
chicken.
got a half a chicken.
Some of the best baked beans I ever tasted. And my favorite, vinegar coleslaw.
You know what? I think I forgot to order some of that.
And it's delicious.
And looks like the Short Brothers got the chicken special. Oh, actually, y'all just got the single pieces. Y'all didn't even get the sides, did you?
You could have got the special for $70.
All right. Well, y'all, you can say those beans are really good. Huh?
Oh, they're delicious.
Okay.
I ever had.
Well, I did get some of them, so I'm going to dig into my next plate here in just a second. All right. As you see there, look at that big thing of fat on the outer edges there, just like a country ham slice. So here we go. I'm going to start in and eat all this fat. That might be the best thing I ever tasted in my life, right there. Oh, my goodness. All right, be back in just a minute, and we'll start on the next plate. All right, so this is the rib plate, which looks like about half a slab. It's got 5 full meaty bones on here. And for some of y'all that question my credibility sometimes, this was not a setup. This is how it comes. All right, so I'm gonna pour some of this hot dip on here. You know, usually I would use hot sauce. It's being that they got their own homemade dip, which I'm gonna let the owner tell us about the origins of the dip. If I'm lucky enough to talk to her, I'm gonna let her explain it because she is the expert. So good. I heard the cabbage was good. And I love vegetables, so I'm not trying to be healthy. Well, thank you. And you too. As soon as we do the next review, we're headed back. All right. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
All right.
I spent a lot of years up there.
Yep.
Ford Motor Company wasn't a very big building then.
All right, here's them beans my dad was talking about.
It's all over everywhere. I've not been through it yet.
Wow. Those beans are good. Just like my dad said.
All over.
That's what you should do.
My name is known up there.
Is it really?
All right.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to dip some more bread in this
How many years did
in
you
this
put in?
dip.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Boy, we had a lot going on there. Baby crying, conversation, trying to talk about the food. Hey, that's why I'm a professional. I can't say enough about these sides. All right. Now, whoa, got away from me there. Just falls off the bone. I can guarantee you, I will be coming back here, not to even do another review, but just to come here and eat. Monroe County BBQ definitely stands alone and separate from any kind of barbecue you're going to get in the state of Kentucky. And by the way, this dip, which I'm going to let Miss Anita talk about it, but it is a vinegar base, and I'm going to let her tell, the rest of the story if I get to talk to her. So anyway, I'm going to finish up on this. We'll be back in just a minute. And this is a road trip today, because as soon as we get done here, we're going to another place here in Tompkinsville for another review. Be back in just a minute. All right, everything was wonderful, but I got a special guest here, Miss Anita Bartlett, known in these parts as Miss Anita. She is the mastermind behind this whole operation. I have a couple questions for you if you got a minute.
I got a minute.
Okay, I read something on that New York Times piece that they did here a few years ago, talking about the origins of Monroe County BBQ.
Yes.
And you were kind of telling about how it originated. Can you kind of tell the folks about that?
Yes, it came out of the barbecue sauce itself came out of South Carolina. It was handed down. It was made in a slave camp in over on the Horse Cave, Kentucky, they say. But as a young girl, as I can remember back in 1960s, my granddaddy and his sons, he had 4 boys, but he took 3 with him. Every weekend they would go out. They'd go to Glasgow, Kentucky, Red Bull Spring, Tennessee, and they would do family reunions, and they'd do class reunions. And he was of a jack of all trades, really. He didn't know what the value of a dollar was. He was more into running moonshine.
Oh.
So I guess that goes good with the barbecue.
Yeah.
But as the years go on, him and another gentleman got together, and his name was Alex Tooley. And he had a little small place built here back in the early 60s. And he passed away in the 70s, and he handed it down to his children. They stayed for about 20 years. And then my children's dad and I, we came in as partners with his son, Irvin. And he decided he didn't want to stay. In 1991, we brought it, so here I am.
And that's how R&S BARBECUE came to be.
Yes.
Well, can you tell us one more thing, a little bit about your cooking process? I did videotape and showed that open pit back there, but I was kind of speaking out of turn on the preparation. Can you give a quick...
Well, you have to light your fire at least by 5 o'clock in the morning. We use hickory wood. Hickory wood is the only kind of wood to barbecue with. You get that smoke, that hickory taste off of the wood. We are wood come out of Tennessee. And our sauce, everybody says it's the secret,
Yeah.
but now if it was a secret, half of Monroe County wouldn't have that sauce.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just how you make it.
And that's called the dip, right?
Yeah, that's the deal.
And how long does it take your meats to cook on that open pit?
On the chicken, it'll take anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. So as with the ribs. But in the shoulder, it'll take about, if you cook it right, if you cook it slow, let it lay there and simmer, anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I already said in there, that pork shoulder plate, that shoulder was probably the best thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Really?
It was that good.
Wow.
Yes, like
Well,
cotton
thank you.
candy.
He's eating a lot.
And then, of course, I love hot and spicy. So the mixture between that shoulder slow cook and that dip, it was just like cosmic out
Well,
of
I'm
this
glad
world.
you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed
well,
it.
we
And you
really
know,
did.
everybody say, what's your secret? There's no secret. Our secret is we want you to come here and we want you to feel that family. If you want to kick your shoes off, you can kick your shoes off. You know, that's my secret is I love people. I'm a people person. And when you come in, I want you to smile. I want you to, you know, that lady, she asked me a lot of questions, but she made me smile. And that's my secret, is treating people right and making people smile.
Well, it was very obvious to us when we come in. We're like clocking the action, looking around, and the way you're mixing it up with the customers. You can definitely tell you enjoy what you're doing.
Oh, I do. I
And
love
that is
it.
the key to success. If you get into something and you don't enjoy it, you're not. It's going to show.
Right. Well, you know, I tell people, I said, I've been here for 30-something years. I said, now, I'll have to stay at least 5 more because I'm climbing up that ladder. I said, when it gets to where I come in here and I get this frown on my face, then I know I'm going home.
Okay, you heard that, Louisville? Louisville, she said 5 more years, maybe more. But you better be getting down here to Tompkinsville for some of this R&S barbecue. And you got any more parting words, Miss Anita?
Be safe and happy holidays.
All right.
Happy holidays to everyone.
We appreciate the time, and y'all don't know nothing about this R&S barbecue.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now you know the facts of why I'm on a mission. You're always welcome back to Goodall's Country Kitchen.